Hey. It's just what I needed after getting stomped in the face by a bunch of media characters. Still, I'm beginning to like this dimension a lot better. Jimsano's far too busy with that genetic accident he calls a son, and Dr. Eggman's far too busy trying to eliminate a certain blue hedgehog, both of them meaning this to be truly evil mad scientists, which means taking over the world and being falls upon me. Oh no. He's coming. He's coming. morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Up. It's Saturday morning.
J.N.F, we could barely sleep.
Too tired for your honeycomb cereal? Which is all part of a balanced breakfast.
Nope. But J.N.F, what's this about now?
Oh yeah, I forgot your humble age. You're not too familiar with the ritual of Saturday mornings. You see, Saturday morning used to be a special time for kids. We often have friends sleep over for the night before. We wake up to the majesty. You have television. Saturday morning cartoons, each one filled with brain-rotting material, coaxing us to buy teeth-rotting material. Unfortunately, TV did its job too well. And the following generations said, let's just have this stuff raise our kids 24/7. Thus, every second of every day was already Saturday morning cartoons. And they got rid of them years later. Society sucks.
Hey, most of us aren't kids. We had Saturday morning shows too, you know.
Yeah, we were just wondering why we are up this Saturday morning.
Well, that's because we're paying tribute to the almost successful era of the Fox Kids known as the Fox Box. You see, in the early 2000s, Fox Box Kids reached its downward spiral, and was placed back to Saturday mornings. But even at that time, the writing was on the wall. But all of a sudden, a very smart guy I have on the Fox network thought of a new program that would be the successor to the Fox Kids network called the Fox Box. It had awesome stuff, a cool website, and more importantly, the very best cartoon shows ever seen. Most of them were from Japan, and others were made in the US. While we may not be able to cover all of them, and we're just going to talk about a few that were the most popular and others that are long forgotten. So, with our honey tasting food in hand,
Other people wanting to watch what other kids are watching.
Hey guys, can we watch the shows too?
Okay, go ahead. Well, I'll figure out how to wait till the door needs a bit of lock later. This is the Fox Box. We begin Fox Box is like a show for the show with everybody's favorite star of the show.
He's got maximum pink. Kirby is the one. He comes alive. He comes alive.
Oh hey, I remember this. It was the next show in a line of TV shows centered around video game characters.
How can I help you, King?
I need a monster to claw when I did a Kirby.
That's what we do best at NME.
You better get it with a money back guarantee.
The show itself is about our favorite and humble, not in relation to the ones that keep entering my bedroom and manifesting every day.
He's here to stay. Don't be fooled by
Both known as Dream World.
You mean Cappy Town?
Nobody uses that name anymore. From concerts, from Nightmare Industries, hit by Kirby's King Dedede, and he is aided by two kids, which I have no idea those two existed, if for any reason, and Meta Knight. Right. The show got discontinued, but Kirby and Dedede, he will keep fighting the good fight, one video game at a time.
Okay, that show is cool, but are you forgetting one very cool show from Japan?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, one that is about one giant superhero fighting kaiju and makes a lot of money like the Power Rangers.
Nope, there were no other hit shows at that time. Okay, there might have been a very teeny tiny hit of a show called Ultraman Tiga. It's no secret I didn't like the show because the dubbing was awful and misplaced. It didn't got to me like Power Rangers did, but I will give it credit that the monster fights are cool, but it would be much better if Godzilla showed up. But for those who are watching, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
You've been enlisted into a top-secret agency called Guts. You have access to the world's most advanced weapons and technology. Ultraman Tiga can't do it alone. He needs your help.
He's the one with story time. Ultraman. He's the hope for all mankind. Ultraman.
But now it's time to get to something that I enjoyed most. The 2003 incarnation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. TMNT of 2003 was the highlight of Xbox. It lasted only 7 seasons. It's much longer than its 2012 counterpart. A few years later, that lasted only 6 seasons. This version was the very best, in my opinion. It had great story elements, the best characters, the best fight scenes, and in my opinion, the very best incarnation of the Shredder, voiced by the only actor who can perfectly portray him. Basically, the first thing that comes in your mind is the guy who plays him.
Scotty Ray.
Goddamn right, Scotty Ray.
But you will not be leaving this place, ever.
This was the first version of the Shredder to actually have a sense of fear to him. And lead the foot into the battle. Well, he can be as ruthless when he wants to. And he even has this muscle known as Hun of the Purple Dragon's relief. This shows host Dr. Stockman to a body parts until he is just a brain in a jar. But for what it's worth, the 2003 TMNT series was the best version ever. Next up was a show everybody knows about, G.I. Joe Sigma 6.
G.I. Joe Sigma 6, code name for a highly trained special mission force. Its objective, stop Cobra, stop Cobra. Sigma 6,
The original show ended, and there were 2 CGI animated shows, aka movies. G.I. Joe Sigma 6 was a show about Duke's team in their never-ending battle to defend freedom against Cobra, a ruthless organization bent on ruling the world. The team got upgraded time use their methods as the troops
Wherever they attack, G.I. Joe will fight. There's no turning back. G.I. Joe will turn the tide. Sigma 6 is on your side. Be the best of the best. Whenever there's a mission, G.I. Joe is there. Sigma 6.
But of course, the next was one on which is nothing like WWE Ultimate Muscle.
These bad boys from outer space. Get a body slam, the human race.
Ultimate Muscle was about
our defense with strength and speed and flatulence. Heroes join the operation from different planets and different nations. There's an
superhero version of World Wrestlers
situation
in the center.
Only broadcast on this
Centered around one called Kill Muscle, defends humanity from the forces of evil, known as J.N.F.
He only had some guts.
Now then, let's talk about the show about our friend.
Sonic X was an anime show that most people didn't like. It was with Sonic and his friends, and Eggman transported to planet Earth and saves it by finding the 7 Chaos Emeralds and head back home. Most of the seasons were copies of 2 of the Sonic games, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, with slightly altered ideas thanks to that kid that everyone hates, Chris Thorndike. Thank goodness nobody ever mentions him again, but still, for all it's worth, this show was the best.
Next up is Funky Cops.
Did anyone here actually watch the show? No! I can see why.
By 2005, the show was replaced with the name 4Kids because the network wasn't as great as Fox Kids. By then, the writing must have been on the wall. Oh, the legacy of Fox Kids and Fox Box were shut down and never returned. Most of the shows can be watched on YouTube still, and others are mostly forgotten. And we couldn't be more thankful for the greatest Saturday morning ever. Next time. Oh, it's you. Oh, hey J.N.F, I've just got here to say goodbye. Here to say goodbye, and yet you said, hey goodbye, and yet you said, hi, never mind. Wait, you're leaving? Ah, yes, I'm clearing out of this dimension while I still can. Oh, did the beat down of me and my friends give you and all the other Eggmen and other Instanos made you all scared? You moronic individual. Did you ever stop and wonder why I left my universe to begin with? Nope, and I'm still glad to be over that whole Darling being the one responsible for the disappearance of almost all of Dolan's friends and so on. True, but there are forces in the multiverse, greater evils beyond anything you've ever dealt with. Ancient, mindless evils, eating plants as a snack. Monstrous godlike beings and villains spreading from one world to another. In particular, only one has done such a thing. And when I saw him coming with his dreadnought, I had to flee. Weep for your universe, J.N.F. Weep for all the universes, for Lord Gasmask is coming. And all that he wants, he dominates.
May need to get some guest hosts for this story arc. Next time we have Janet from Earth 17 for another Cat Season 2, but the intro will be a bit different with the theme music of The Office. But until then, remember to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Says. This has been Midalika Sigma 6.
Be sure to subscribe for more videos are on the way.